Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to look at this drop-down list. Now you will already know how to create a drop-down list using the data validation method, data validation, and choosing a list from the data validation, and there's no reason not to use that method, but this is just another method using the forms toolbar, so I'll show it to you, and whichever one seems easier to use can be the one that you use. So I'm looking for a drop-down list, which is this one, and draw it out, and there you have your list. I've obviously drawn it quite large, and as with all of these things in the forms toolbar, you right click and format control, and it probably opens up like that, but you always go to the control. Okay, so we're looking for the input range, and just like your data validation list, it's much better if the list exists elsewhere on the sheet. You can type it in separately using commas to separate, but let's just go with making the list. So here's our list, and obviously you'd normally have it off the sheet so the user can't see it, and then you have a link for where you want to store the value based on what they choose. So I'll just click on this one for now, so it's next to it. Number of drop-down lines you might want, well, I'll go for 3. I'll have 3D shading just because it's there. Click OK. You have to click off it in order to test that it works, and you can see 1, 2 and 3. So the number that is appearing is based on the position in the list of the user's choice. And if I go back over here, I can show you there's the if function here. So in this case we've got if C17 equals 3, i.e. if you choose no preference, speech marks with a space in means don't show anything, it's a blank space. Otherwise, either of these two, you see we will try to provide your choice. So that is another way of making a drop-down list, and obviously this can then be moved. You have to move it. You have to right-click in order to be able to then pick it up. You can move it, you can resize it, but this will stay the same unless you change it here. Okay, good.